Nice. Nice. Hello. Welcome back to another episode. This is a live stream, and of course, this is a reaction video. My name is JT. This is JT Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know where you're watching me from. And I'm sorry if you hear some background noise. That is rain. It's really raining over here. And it's like raining over a lot of places. I mean, most places in Kenya right now it's raining. So when you hear the background noise, background rains, just understand. Okay, so welcome so much. As you just joined in, hit the like button, subscribe the channel if you haven't done that already. We're heading to 5,000 subscribers, and we're hitting that in a few. Okay, and thank you for you all for being with me since we started this channel. We've gone through a lot, we've gone through a lot. My ex-boss wanted to delete my channel, and of course he failed. That's why I'm here still on this channel. Even though we lost our videos, but we're still back doing reaction back to back, like we never left. All right. So I want to thank each and every person of you who took their time to subscribe, to like my videos, and the now videos that I'm creating. Thank you so much for being here with me as we are resurrecting back to reaction. And now we're here to talk about what is happening in the streets. Urimuna see you, Mimi, Sasa JT, poa mambo. Miss Optimistic, hey Jay, hey JT, Miss Gladys, how are you? And everyone who watching, maybe you're watching from the bush, Marwa, make sure you like the video, right? Rocio and everyone who watching right now, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And before we even dive to this reaction that I want to make, I really wish to respond a little bit, just respond to On Trending. On Trending just made a very good reaction right now about just this. She made a reaction on this thing called, on this reaction that I'm just going to talk about. Something like this on MARWA and Mr. Coher and the grandma, the message they were giving. So that question that she asked there about Kenge, okay? Is Kenge actually, does Kenge means blind on one eye? Actually, let me project that from On Trending so that at least I can give a highlight because, as a reactor, I also have my own opinion on this whole thing that is going down in Nyabohanse and Argentina. I'm talking about things that is going on between Coher Senior and his alleged son, Ayamara. And this whole saga is taking a different route. And I mean, you who started watching this as this guy came on Masubo's channel on that interview, I don't really think you thought it will go that deeper. So it is here already. And now, not Rosie, actually, this On Trending. On Trending just made a reaction, a very good reaction right now. Some minutes ago, 26 minutes ago, she asked, Kenge, does Kenge means blind on one eye? That's a question she asked there, and we tried to drop some comments, people who are watching there, according to what we understand in Swahili and in Kuria. And coming from the same tribe as a Korean, let me respond to OT. Now, yeah, I know I dropped some comments on her channel, but for those of you who missed those comments, let me give my understanding according to the Korean language and according to Swahili language. So, Kenge, in Kikuria, we don't have such a thing like Kenge, like just like Kenge. Only thing we have that look like that, maybe they tried to shorten it. We have something that we call Irikengege, all right? I'll try to post let me write that. So that thing that I highlighted there, Irikengege, that is a Korean term. That means a swampy area, swamp, okay? Swamp, that is Irikengege, but it's not Kenge, like Kenge to mean one blind eye or one eye, something. No, we don't have that in Korea. So if they say, for example, if Maro come complaining that people call him Kenge because of one eye, that is a lie. We don't have such a thing as a curious like kenge to mean one eye. All we have is irkengege. That's to mean, actually I should have written it. Means okay, I just did that. Irkengege in Kikuria, it means a swampy area. All right, so cut the lies. Those of you are trying to twist it and look like maybe people are abusing Mara, calling him Kenge because maybe he's blind in one eye. That's a lie. All right, and again in Swahili, as Oti was trying to decode it for you through Google and stuff. Kenge in Swahili, it means monitor lizard, all right? Some sort of kenge, but you hear some people call it mburukenge. Those that we call mburukenge, some sort of like a crocodile in that class of crocodile. It really looks like a crocodile. How do you call it? Crocodile or maybe alligator or something of that sort. It looks closely like a crocodile, right? So that is what we call kenge, okay? Amamburu kenge, sai, in Swahili. So there's nothing like kenge in Korea that's to mean one eye. But in speaking about one eye, or maybe someone who has a problem, an eye problem, in Korea we call them getongo. Okay, I will give you that masterclass here because people should not get confused in this tree. Okay. Okay. You saw that. Okay, getongo means one-eyed, right? That is one-eyed getongo. When you see someone with one eye, that we call them in Korea getongo. So that has nothing to do with kenge that we call Maro kenge. So getongo will mean one-eyed in Kikuria, in Maro's language. So that is one eye. If you had any reactor called Maro getongo, that's to mean they're abusing him or insulting him that he has one eye, getongo. All right, getongo. But in Kikuria, now, anyway, there is this thing now that they call kengeza in Swahili. Okay, in Swahili we have something called kengeza. Let me type it for you. What am I typing? Sorry. Okay. I'm just doing a very small response. Okay. Kengeza in Swahili means someone with not one eye problem, right? So don't get twisted. So those of you trying to twist it, say, oh, reactors or oh, reactors B, saying, calling Maro kengeza or kenge doesn't mean one eye. No, that's a lie. Anyway, so you had that. In Swahili, kenge means monitor lizard or burukenge. And now, has nothing to do with Maro and stuff. Now let's go down to this reaction of today. I really watched that video from Coher, and it gets me wondering so much, you know. That video from Coher, it was a very short video for today, but it carried a really big message, a very big message. Basically, Coher Senior, that is Ayamaro's alleged biological father, paid a visit to his mama, that is Marwa's grandma in this case now. So I'm sure that maybe most of you have watched that video. It's a very short video. like a 14 minutes video. And that part that really caught my attention is this part that Coher told. Let me project it to you on the screen so at least we can have a chat while it's on your screen. So Coher told his mama, that is now Marwa's grandma, to send a message to Marwa because he will be watching the video. And of course, I'm sure, or maybe I'm hoping that he do watch this man's videos. And of course, even if he doesn't watch directly, people are watching on his behalf and reporting to him. Maybe someone like Rocio right now, she's sitting on her computer and watching reactors, and that man too. So if they really watch these videos and he's so quiet and this thing is getting to this level, then I think they are letting go a lot. I mean, they are letting go so far. If Maro was so smart enough, he would have, handled this matter way before. I reminded you about where this thing started. It started previously, I mean, some times back, months ago. How many months ago? I can't really have like the real time when he appeared on Masubo One channel when he was making an interview with Masubo One. But I remember that is where he started, and he came on camera saying, "You know what? I've been quiet for this all time. It's because I've been trying to reach out to my son, but he blocks me. He doesn't want to talk to me. When he hears that I'm calling, he hangs. And him and his mama, they blocked me from reaching out and all this time. So I decided that I should make a video on this platform because here is where my son is available. So I'm sure he will watch these videos and he will get my message. So I'm calling you back home. Come. I even have land here that belongs to you culturally and hereditarily. You need to come and inherit this. It was passed to me for my fathers, and now it's here with me. I have to pass it to my children. Now you are my firstborn, my eldest son, and you can't skip that fact. And so he was calling his son to go back to his village and to his home. And I will try to now to fit in their shoes because I come from the same culture. A lot of things may not make sense to a lot of to most of you who are watching maybe from abroad, from other countries, and even some Kenyans that maybe we don't share the same culture because I share the same culture with them, with Marwa, with Mr. Coher and the grandma there. So when they speak, it's like I'm watching my grandma and my daddy speaking now to my sibling, to my brother. Okay, so that thing is really deeper than now how other people are viewing it as content. Because maybe they're not in their shoes. Trust me, that is so big and deep than how it looks like. Okay, I understand now. Coming on camera, me posted on there, or maybe they stage it on film it and post on camera, it may come out like, no, now this is content or anything else. So it's not that serious. But trust me, when you go down deeper to that culture and you try to fit to their cultural shoes of them, maybe in the shoes of that man or maybe that grandma and Maro himself, this whole issue is really, really big. Okay? Because now, if that was me, that I was being addressed by my grandma now, at this moment, he reached a point now, the grandma has been told by, of course, I know, that the man over here, that is Mr. Coher, has really narrated to the grandma, that is now the mama, that, what, I've tried so much to reach out to my son, and it's trying to push me away. As much as I try, they push me away, him and his mama, and you know what? They're living a good life. They're doing whatever they're doing there. That means he has no business with me and with us. That's what I'm sure he tells his mama. But to reach a point where he tells the mama, now mama, send a message to your grandson because I know he's watching. If you wave on camera and tell him come back home, that would be a message conveyed. And even the title of that video that man put there, he said, how I wish you could reach her before her ending days. See, okay, guys, I know we make reactions and videos while posted on this platform, they come out like so easy and simple because, yeah, YT is here for entertainment and we should take everything so slightly and enjoy. When you're bored, you switch on your TV, you meet a video from Coher, you watch it while eating your popcorn, and you're also like, oh, what's this man saying today on this day? What does he have for us? You watch it as content and you switch off your TV, you go sleep like nothing. But trust me, if this thing was not meant to come on YouTube and it was happening now on real life, it is a real serious matter, serious community matter that actually needs the elders to be called, the community to be called to come sit down and talk about this, because it's getting so ugly, very much ugly. Now, assuming that this man has talked to their mother and told him that, what, I'm trying to reach out to this our son to at least come back. Know that this is his home, this is where he belonged to, this is where his umbilical cord was buried. We call it, I don't know. Yeah, it's umbilical cord, right? Yeah, this is where the umbilical cord was buried. So this is where your roots are. Where your umbilical cord was buried, the place that you were born and your umbilical cord was buried, or your afterbirth was buried, that is now your home. You are connected to that soil, to that ground. No matter what you do, or no matter where you go, you decide to go and live in the US. If you come from the village, that is where your home is. You can go how many years you want, but you eventually come back to live there. We come back there, that's your home. So, okay, if you guys watch it from an angle of video, entertainment, and content, I really want to at least make you look at it from now a different perspective, because me personally as JT, I share the same culture with Mr. Coher. I share the same culture with that grandma on your screen. I share the same culture with MARWA. However much he tried to make it look like now that culture is outdated, or maybe he is maybe dealing with someone who does not believe in that culture, Rocio, because of course Rocio, they have their own culture. So in these modern days, some of these cultures don't really exist or something like that. It's not the case. Trust me, it's so deeper. And at this point, when I watch these kind of videos, I'm like, okay, as a reactor, I can make a reaction, of course, and smile to the bank because I'm making money out of this. But honestly, if there was another approach that these people could do this and find another content, okay, maybe it's like if Coher will have maybe discovered maybe how he could come and talk about the old good days that they had when he had MARWA as a son at home, what he used to enjoy as a young kid, what they used to do, the kind of play they used to play, the kind of things they used to do. Maybe he can go around their shores, places where they could go and graze animal with MARWA, and how they used to do their things while they were when he was with Esther, that's Mama Esther Coher, con mom. All right. If he could make content out of it, but as an entertainment part of content, it will be a little bit easy. But right now, this is so deeper. And I know that Coher deliberately decided to put his mama on camera, knowing that at this age, these are really very old ages. And I know maybe the mama, as Coher just put that on his title, yeah, in that age, she's not going to be there for that long. That's the bitter truth, right? I'm not saying now she's really going just like Maro say. I saw Mr. Luis painting LC. That's to mean Luis Cabrera. That's mean he's marking a territory while he's almost going. I'm saying, practically speaking, the mama is old, like really old. And maybe let's say 10 years from now, she might not be here. I'm just saying, might. And so this video will be here, will go down in record that they try to reach out to the son to come back home to receive his birthrights. Speaking about the ancestral land, inheritance and stuff like that, come and reconnect with his other brothers, because he doesn't not belong to Ondaris. However much he stays there, he does not. He is a member of this family, of that grandma you see there, and the father you see there, and the other brothers you see on the other side. And so his attempt to reach out to the so-called son is like they have hit the fan, they have hit the wall so hard, and the wall is so hard for him to crack. So he is trying to go a different route Because listen up. First, if you follow this series, how it started from, it started as the guy, the man, Mr. Coher, coming on an interview with Mr. Masuba One. And he came there very decently and so civil, like, hey, I know most of you don't know who I am. My name is Mr. Coher Senior, blah, blah, blah. He gave a biography, he gave a story, who he is, how he met the wife, that is ex-wife, Conmam, when they got married, and how they got their son, that is MARWA, and what actually happened to the separation. You know, he narrated everything, and he said there's nothing really bad between me and them. Actually, that is what he said. If you go watch Masuba One's video, he said, me and my wife, he called him wife, we have nothing. Just like the life of me and my lifestyle and her lifestyle did not merge. She was not into that lifestyle that now you have to herd a lot of animals, because I was like a pastoralist. We could move from here to there with cows and stuff like that. And she wasn't into that kind of lifestyle. And that actually made us separate, go separate ways. And now he was explaining to that, he said he has no bad blood at that moment. And now the series escalated and changed slowly. It's changing slowly and getting so uglier every day, uglier. It's getting so ugly every day, every day, every day. And to this point, I really feel it's getting now deeper into, I don't know. Because now, if the guy now is telling the grandma to say something, speak something to your grandson, and maybe she happened to speak something negative, because now I've called you home, we've called you home to come here, and you don't want to listen up, you'll never enjoy, or something. And maybe she can say whatever she wants to say based on the emotions that might have been evoked in her by the man. Because maybe right now, the man is trying to give her a perspective of the son that maybe he doesn't want to associate himself with his family. So I really feel at this point, this thing has really got into an ugly phase. It really needs attention from both of these parties. But now, because now it's brought out as content, most people may not get it, just like it is. It's really ugly. For Kenyans who are watching, or maybe people who are familiar with this kind of culture, honestly, all right, let's make this a conversation. I don't want to lecture to you. At least I want to enlighten you on these matters of, like, in this culture, according to this culture of this man and this mama, a grandma, and MARWA. What does it mean when this kind of thing reaches this point? What does it actually mean in our culture? What does it mean when it reaches a point where you had a wife and the wife went with a child? You're trying to reconnect the child back to you, even though the mama cannot come back, and what it means. Okay, so let's go to this. I'll make it a conversation. I'll be making this. I'll talking about this, Mr. Coher, what he was trying to bring out, and I'll be reading your comments in the meantime. Let's make this a very interesting conversation. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already, and I say we're heading to 5K. And I want to know actually your honest opinion. And this morning, let's make it a very honest and mature conversation with no insult, with no emotions. Like, just sit on the fence and speak your honest truth. I encourage you to speak your honest truth. And let me know in the comment section. I'll be reading your comments, and let's go ahead to this. What do you really think? Because when you look at this whole thing, compared to where it started, like how he came out, how he even ended up opening a YouTube channel, and how he started addressing this matter of me and my son, and the son got a grandson, and a son, now a grandson to Coher. We call that in Kikure. Now the mama sitting on there, let me put the mama on big screen. That mama sitting on there is a son, is a mother to Coher, okay, and a grandmama to MARWA. Now, MARWA's son is now great grandson to her. In Kikure, we call them, let me tell you in Kikure, by the way, before you even go deeper in our culture. So that mama, we call that mama Goko, okay? Goko, that's the mean. Shosh. Sorry. All right. That's mean grandma. Koko. Okay. And now Coher is son. And now son, we call them Mumura. Okay. Koko gave birth to Mumura, that is now dad, like dad. Tata. Okay. And now the dad have now you. Let me now put myself as Marwa. Me as a son, now I'm now Umuchokoro, that is grandson. Okay, Umuchokoro to that mama. And now my son will be Yinchembere. Okay, this thing will sound crazy, like you won't understand. Don't even try to cram it. Yinchembere, okay? Yinchembere, that is great grandson. And now that great grandson's son will be like Igitukuru, whatever. Those things are really, they go like that. Okay. The mom, the grandma, that is the daddy over there. Now the son, the grandson, the great grandson over there, like that, like that. So the man over here went to mama and told mama, like, maybe I tried to talk to your son, our son, your grandson, to at least reconnect. Now that your grandson has a son, your great grandson now, and it's good if they connect back to the family to know that where they belong, where went down. And it's like he's pushing me away. It doesn't look like I'm gonna access the son anymore. So send your last message. Just wave on camera and let him know that you said, Marwa, come back. Marwa, come back. And he made her say that. Wave on camera. That's mean making on record. Wow. Damn. Let me see how this is going in the comment section. Hamisi, let me read your comment. Angela, in the same wavelength, can we also cite that if Marwa was a nobody, the Coher guy wouldn't be pulling such stance? Right. I bet your guess is as good as mine. Just you say, your guess is as good as mine too, Hamisi. At that moment, I've asked this question like quite severally, quite severally. His emotional blackmail won't work, and giving ultimatum when he has been missing in his alleged sons for over 35 years is just absurd. Wow. Okay. Maro would only talk to him if he was rich and giving him some money. Yeah, Mimi. And thank God you understand the culture, because they always try to twist it. No, good thing is I come from the same tribe, same community. Not same clan, but same community, same tribe, same culture, everything. Right? Everything. I mean, you know what I mean? Same culture, same community, same language, and everything. We share everything. And so I will agree with Hamisi and most of you who are saying right now, like, why is this so much invested right now? The kind of energy that he's trying to pull out, trying to access and reconnect with the sun, I really believe that if this was the same amount of energy he was putting out previously when Maro was a child, I'm sure he would have succeeded in connecting with the sun. I'm not judging him, okay? I'm just saying, if he applied the same amount of energy previously in the beginning, maybe he would have accessed the sun. I'm not sure about the history behind all this. All I'm saying is I'm trying to go to that direction. But at the same time, I'm not trying to imagine that this guy's a really mad man. Like, he's mad. And now he's coming out trying to make some baseless noise. Because, of course, nobody was there when they broke up. How bad it ended. And how hard he tried to reach out. Nobody was there. So I'm not going to judge because I wasn't there to know how hard he has tried. Because maybe we say, where were you? Where were you? That's a very easy question for you to ask. Where have you been all these years? Yeah, you can ask that. But are you in his shoes? We are not, okay? We are not. And I'm not trying to be in his shoes because I am not. And I cannot. I'm just trying to imagine according to my own opinion. And you are right when you imagine from your own point of view. But now, just imagine how bad now this thing is getting. And now, Coher is writing on his title that how I wish Maro could reach out to this grandma before her ending days. How he wish Maro will reconnect to his grandma and come back to his home family before her ending days. Wow. Wow. So if you wake up tomorrow and God forbid, and you have news from the village that the grandma is no more because she's old, and you know we all will go. Okay? One day or the other day, you wake up and you hear the news someone is gone, JT is gone, the other person is gone. So if you wake up to the news that the grandma is no more, will Ayamaro bother? Will he want to say, oh, I wish I could have met him or met her earlier? Or do you really think if it was bothering Maro to connect with these people, he wouldn't have done that? What is that so important that now he wished to do that? Because I know when people come to this issue of Coher and the son now trying to connect, a lot of people, I'm sure 90% of the viewers who view from Marwa's side now, from Marwa's audience, when they see Mr. Coher saying this and making this kind of statement, one thing that bounces in their head, one thing that knocks in their head, the first thing is because maybe Marwa is successful and the guy is trying to access him to at least benefit from his success, the money, the enjoyment, the villa, whatever. That is the first thing I know, I'm assuming, that is the first thing that knocks, because I've been reading their comments. They ask, do you really think, even I miss it right now, ask that question, that do you really think if this guy was a nobody, if Maro was a nobody, will this man be pulling this stunt like that? Yeah, I know that is a question that most people will ask, like, if Maro wasn't successful, do you really think this man would be so much invested in trying to connect with the son? Do you really think he would be doing all that? I can say something. I can say this. I really think whatever Mr. Coher is trying to do, according to our culture, now I'm trying to bring you now to our culture, right? Forget about anything you see on social media as entertainment or whatever, reaction and drama, whatever. Nowadays, according to our culture, it's really important. Whatever Coher is doing right now, most of you might not understand, but to our culture, okay, our Kikuria culture, that is the culture that we share, me and Coher and mom and grandma and Maro, according to our culture, it's really important whatever Coher is doing, even though maybe it's at the wrong time, whatever. He's too late maybe, but according to our culture, whatever he's trying to do is really important to connect Maro to his bloodline, to his belonging. Because you see, for example, right now, you all know that even Maro confirmed that Ondari is not his biological father. He is his stepdaddy. But you know that he has named his son after Ondari. You can imagine that. Already he has lost his bloodline. He has lost his sense of belonging. Like right now, he has grafted himself to a different bloodline. Do you understand that? To our culture, okay? Coher, according to my view, what I see how much he's trying to do this, it's not that he wants to benefit from Marwa's success, because where was he all this time? Did he wait for Marwa to be successful? That's why he's trying to call him out and stuff like that. Anyone can speak what they want to speak, but I'm saying from my own point of view and from this point of view of our culture, I don't really think that Coher want to benefit from the success of his son, even though that could be part of the plan, all right? But do you imagine how deep it is in our culture that you gave birth to a son, and a son and his mama went away because of the mama, and now it got to a point where the son took a name of his stepdaddy where he went there, and he gave birth to a son and named that son, now your grandson, after that stepdaddy. So he has disconnected himself from your bloodline. He has connected himself, now grafted himself to a different bloodline. Now, completely you and the son has no connection. Your family and his have no connection. And now he identified himself as a descendant of a different clan, a different community, a different bloodline. That's something that will give you sleepless night, having a thought or maybe a knowledge in the mind of your heart, back of your mind, that this is your biological son, your DNA, your blood. this is your son, all right? So if this is your son and you see him disconnecting from you for whatever reason that happened between you and the mama, and now the son does not recognize you, that's fine. But he does not even want to associate himself and anything about your bloodline with you. So he has disconnected completely, taken a name of that different person as now the daddy, official names in his identification cards and whatever, and even named his son, that is now your grandson, after that man. Now it really means a lot according to our culture. So you'll see this man doing all that he can do, even bringing now the grandma to talk to the son, to the grandson. Hey, listen up. I'm sure that you followed your mama. Okay, you followed your mama because things between me and your mama never worked. And I know this one. I know a lot of people will say no, 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 no. But I know it happens that in most cases where maybe it happens to a lot of single mothers, maybe most of the time, single mothers, like you and your husband never worked, okay? And now when you detach yourself with that man, maybe he was toxic and decided to do your own things, you will tell that kid that, you know what, you don't want to see that man. That man is cruel. He's not good for you. He was not there for us. He threw us out. So he doesn't even deserve your time. He doesn't deserve to even see you. So don't even think about meeting that man. Just know that you have a daddy, but that dad is not good for us. So let him go. Don't even think about him. So that son will grow up knowing that their daddy, his daddy, is the worst man ever on this planet. So I kind of believe or try to understand from that angle that maybe, or maybe not, Marwa's mama might have been telling Marwa this kind of thing repeatedly. That man over there, no matter how he tried to connect to you, he's not a good man. He threw us out. He did this, he did that. But the man who collected us from the street, from neglection, he's this man called on daddy. So this will be your daddy. Just see him as your dad. Take his name, call him your father, and that will be your father to the end, to the eternity. So one or the other, Marwa's mama might have contributed to all this mess. But now that Marwa has grown, Marwa is grown, he's a grown-up, he's a family, it is in his position now to right the wrongs, to decide to which route should he take. But if you want to assume that, hey, silence is golden, I know people say, silence is golden. He doesn't want to respond to that man, let him leave him. Okay, he doesn't have to talk to him because why? Where was he? People are telling him, don't even ignore that man. He's making noise. Ignore him. But people who are telling you that, people who are telling Maro to ignore the noise of this man, they don't share your culture. They don't know. They are not in your shoes. Okay? I can't be in his shoe, but I'm trying to be in that shoe because I come from the same culture. But now, it gets to a different point where now you view it from that moment that now Coher came out when now Maro was successful already. So the question is, will he have come out? Will he have come out if Coher was just like, not Coher, if Maro was just like those other sons of Coher that we don't know? Because how many sons of Coher do you know? Name them if you know them. Okay, OT, thank you for responding to those people. Because I cannot. So, how many sons of Coher do you know apart from Maro? Because of course he has two wives apart from the Esther who went. So how many children of him do you know apart from Maro? You know Maro because he's famous. He's a successful YouTuber. He married to Rocio, one famous Argentinian baby mama. You all know that. So if it wasn't for that famous son, that successful son, actually, will you have been here? Will he actually come out with a different story of a different son? No. So we are going to this because maybe one, Maro is an iconic person. He has a YouTube channel. He's a YouTuber, he's a public icon. And now this guy is now a public icon too. He has a channel. So this question of will he have come out if Maro wasn't successful, you can ask that anytime you want. You can ask that anytime you want. But go down to that culture. if you go down to it, I'm trying to break it down for you because I know maybe most of you watch this as drama. Drama sells. Yeah, that's all we say. Drama sells. Of course, it's selling. Drama is selling, of course. And I'm sure that one way or the other, Coher enjoys it and smiles to the bank. That's the fact. One way or the other, Coher makes some good cash from this drama. That is now when it comes to YT earnings. When he makes other videos, you know how they don't perform well. But when he talk about this drama, the uglier the drama or the bigger the drama, the more the clicks, the more the views, the more the revenue, the more the money, right? More donations. But anyway, let me say congratulations to him because he built a good toilet, a good toilet. So I'm sure if he had connected to his son and the son, right now the son is successful, the son will have maybe constructed a decent house for him. But nevertheless, if MARWA truly deep down, if MARWA truly deep down know that whatever Coher is saying is true, and this is his daddy, and is the truth that he cannot escape, then I think he's just buying time and holding to a ticking bomb. Okay, he's just holding to a ticking bomb that is having a countdown, a few minutes, and the bomb will blow. So why will he hold to that ticking bomb instead of just disconnecting it or maybe throwing it away so that it won't harm him? Because this is not gonna end smooth. Trust me, every day when he brings an episode of this drama, it's even uglier. It exposes something different, something bigger than what we knew previously. So when he came the other time, calling the son, it was different. And now it had reached a point. Now he brought the grandma to talk to who? To the grandson. I'm sure the grandma there, if whatever Coher is saying is true, if this is the grandma who used to take care of Maro, he was young there before things went down. If this is the grandma who used to nurse Maro, in our culture, it's not what now Rocio is doing and writing a book. Okay, get that point, get that difference. It's not that point. It's not what you're seeing now. Rocio can take care of the baby by herself. She doesn't want maid or maybe other people to hold the baby. She can do that so that she can learn through the process and write a book and become an author and make money from that. It's not how it happened in our village. I mean, in our culture, if Rocio was in this home, in this family, if she gave birth to that baby, the grandma here and other people in the village, and even the young ones of Mara, that is the young ones, the siblings of Mara from the other mamas, will be there. Their responsibility to take care of Rocio, until she recovers. And if she has something to do like work, she will be leaving the baby at home, being taken care of by this grandma and the other siblings, while she go do whatever she does, and they will be there cleaning the house, cooking for her, doing A, B, C to Z. Maro will not be anywhere closer to even babysitting the baby, changing the diaper. That is not something we do in our culture. And that's why you heard Maro saying, I've never seen my daddy changing diaper. He was talking about Coher, not Ondari. So according to our culture, you'll never see Mr. Coher going closer to the wife in the kitchen asking, oh, what can we cook? How can I help? No, he can do that for content, but it's not something we do culturally. All right. He can be there to see how they're doing, but the whole issue of this, the whole issue of like taking care of the babies happens with now the sides of mamas, grandmas. So Coher decided to call grandma to come and send a message to Maro. And I guess this is supposed to be regarded as one of the most interesting part of this drama. Call it drama, whatever you can call it, but I call it drama. At the same time, I call it a series, a reality show. This is a reality show because now this is not content. They're trying to now to live their lives on YouTube. All right? Because Mara lives his whole life on YouTube. Coher decided to come and live his life too, and the life of his family on YouTube too, just like the son and the daddy. So this is a reality show. Don't take it as content, even though it's content, but it is. Now let me at least give you maybe I know maybe you have checked this reaction from on trending, but I will do this for the sake of this one reaction because I too, as a reactor, have something to say. Alright. Okay, let me plug my earphone. In the meantime, hit the like button and at least subscribe this channel. Okay, like the video, guys. Thank you. Like the video and listen to Coher, by the way, and take him seriously. Now, don't take this as a reaction or maybe as content, as a drama. Just take him serious. Okay, and now look how he was trying to get the grandma speak to MARWA, send a message like the last message. They wish MARWA will come and reconnect to this grandma before she goes, before she kipai, before she go back to the crater, because it's important. It's so much important in our culture to connect to your culture, to connect to your bloodline. Wow. 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 that is incredible. Oh, you didn't hear the sound? What are you guys saying? Okay. Let me rewind. Okay, sorry. All right. Let me bring it back. If you didn't hear the sound, let me bring it back. I'm so sorry. Let me bring it back.
Who will have freed you. If there is any blessing, this is the mother who was giving you milk. This is the mother who was washing your clothes.
You heard that. So mm, Coher Senior is categorically telling MARWA heads on, I know you watch this video, but if there is any blessing you're looking for, all right, now parental blessing, you understand? If there is any parental blessing that you're looking for from your parents or anyone that in your bloodline, you know, we have those blessings that your parent can bless you. You all know that, okay? Your parent can bless you and can curse you, stuff like that. But now it depends on which basis. Can your parent just curse you just like that? Can your parents just, but their words really carry a huge impact on your life, okay, in your life. So Coher is telling Mar, that's a message. If there is any blessing that you can get from your parent or from your bloodline, this woman right here, your grandma, was taking care of you. She was washing your clothes, bathing you or washing you, taking care of you while you're young. And these are your people. You know you cannot run from this. So if there was any blessing, this would be the person to give you that blessing. And of course, her and the husband, that is now the grandpa, they gave out land. Now, inheritance in our culture, we pass land, that's land property, land, cattle, that livestock, trees, and everything that you have, you pass it on to your generation. And actually, you're not even allowed to sell it. So remind MARWA that if there was anything that he will receive as blessing, will come from this mama. So can you come and connect? Because from the title, it says, how I wish you could reach her before her ending days. Wow. For those of you who don't watch this as content, you really get a deep meaning of this. Deep meaning of this. But for those of you who watch as content, like the video, okay? Click the like and let him smile to the bank at the end of the day, and you forget that nothing happened here. But wow, for me, I'm just gonna sit on my desk here and watch from my screen and see where it goes, because I know this thing will never have a very smooth ending, as I know, unless now Maro decide, because now the ball he is on Maro's court. He can decide where to pass the ball to. If he decide to end this thing, it will end either smoothly or roughly, depending on where he takes this thing to. Trust me, if Maro and his mother and his family, on that his family, if they decide tomorrow to come and sue this man for whatever he's doing, he will not have helped anything. Actually, he will have escalated this matter. He will have pumped it 20 times, like 150, I don't know. He would have made it worse than it was previously. So I think the only way to solve this is to talk to this man. It's really important. Don't listen to your subscribers, Mara. This is my message now to you. Don't listen to your subscribers. The only way to end this, if you think this is so ugly to be on the internet, but if you think it's for your own good or maybe for the good of your brand, okay, let it go on. But if you think you really want to end this thing, just talk to him, either offline or maybe on camera or wherever. Talk to him, make this go away, because it will have an impact to you, to your bloodline, to your whole family bloodline. Now imagine you become a father. You are already a father. You'll become a grandfather sometime. And maybe your son right now, your baby Maisha, my Marian, maybe detached from you completely and don't even want something to do with Marwa anymore. For example, right now, if things don't work between Marwa and Rocio based on the cultural differences, Marwa doesn't want to marry Rocio and he wants other babies from other mamas. And now Rocio decided to cut Marwa off. I don't want to go to that swamp anymore. I just want to be here. I want to go back to Mexico and do my Mexico and do my music career. And right now I'm writing books. I can go back to write books and do music. I'm now a driver. I have a crib here. I can rent it out to Airbnb or something. And now she can decide to cut Marwa off, but detain the custody of the child. And now Rocio will make it hard for Marwa to access the baby. I'm talking about history repeating itself. I'm not saying it's going to be, but most probably history can repeat itself. What if things don't work between Marwa and Rocio? And the same thing that is happening between Coher and Marwa happens now to Marwa and the baby. It's very much possible. Really very much possible that now it will happen. Like Marwa and baby can end up like Coher and him. And now because Rocio may detach and disconnect, and now Maru will try constantly to remind baby Maisha, look, even in the videos, I was there as your daddy. I am your father. You can look. You're not white. You're not Latin. You are black like me. I mean, I'm your father. He will try as much as he can to explain to the son, like, I was there, even though whatever didn't work between me and Rocio, you and I are blood or something. And maybe Rocio get married to that dream husband of hers, the blonde hair guy, the blue-eyed guy, and the rich English or rich guy from whatever. If that happens, that now Rocio and Maro don't work, and now she get married to that dream husband of her, Maro will have the same struggle trying to explain to the baby, you know what, before your mama married this English man or maybe this French man, I was there. But now, things are not working. But we are still blood. You can come and reconnect to your family. We are your family. Look at Conmam at home. This is your grandma. Conmam, wave on camera and tell Maisha that you are the grandma. The same thing you're seeing here, it can happen. It can just happen like that because history can repeat itself. So you can imagine how it will be. So I really think if the only thing that Maro can do to make this go away is just to find a way to talk to this man, whether offline or online, make peace with them, find an approach, tell them either, hey, lay low, I will handle it, or maybe I will come back, not now, but later. But now you see the move that Maro did, even with the help of Conma, maybe, they changed the names of Mara from the Coheras, and now he took Ondari's names. And even the grandson is named after Ondari. So that's mean even detached from the bloodline of this man to graft himself to the other bloodline. And to our culture, that thing will never sit properly with us. Will never. And you heard the other day he was telling him that our kinsmen, our clan are sitting down. They think you should be the next leader. Come here. We can make you our leader. We want to do that because we think you are our blood. But now, wow. Let me read this Khadija, because I've been reading your comments silently. Let me try to highlight this. You're saying, karma, everyone must suffer their own karma. How our bed is made up is so way later. All right, okay. Does he know his ending? What goes around comes around. That's what I'm talking about. If what Coher said about Machete Man beating Conmam over the years, how and why did Kenge, the Lizard, and Daisy Torrelate still support him? I don't know. Maybe if you compare, if you compare the life of them with Ondari and the life of them with Coher, maybe they think this is way better or something. Or maybe, I'm not sure about that, because for me, I can't really testify and say maybe I know that they beat him. Because of for real, where is Coher when Ondari is beating the mama? I can't really possibly say I know that Machete Man beats her. Because why would they tolerate a violent man for all that time? I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry, Mama Edu. I'm not going to highlight your comment because I know you're looking for my attention. I'm not. Sorry, but I know you're watching. Thank you for watching. At least hit the like button, okay? Okay, I won't be talking to Mama Edu, please. I'm not going to highlight. Mama Edu, is it AD or Edu? Did JT make a decision for Rocio? He gets making up, for instance, just make it Isma. Okay, just forget about that Mama something called Mama Edu or something. This person, this person is just looking for attention, but I'm not going to get it. Let's go on with this one.
The way you see her here, this is my mama. Salimia Marwa wa Esther namna hii. Marwa ataona hiyo kitu. Sema Marwa. This is Marwa. This is the lady who named you Marwa and the Celso.
Jumbo dry.
Wow. That's really interesting, you know. So that is Coher telling Marwa's alleged now Marwa's grandma. Let me say Marwa's grandma, because if Marwa has a problem with us calling this mama or this man his daddy and this mama his grandma, then he should take him to court to court and say, why are you calling yourself my daddy? Because why will he take me to court for calling this man his daddy? Because the man said, I'm his daddy. If you have a problem with that, go ask him. Don't come for me. So from this day henceforth, I'm not going to say his alleged biological father. Bro, the man is saying he is your daddy. All right, like it or not, if you want to take him to court or maybe bring police to him for calling himself your daddy, then do that. So I would be willing to be arrested alongside Coher so that we can go to court and find out that for real, was he your daddy or not? All right? So let me start calling him your father. He's Marwa's father, right? Forget about the alleged things here. I'm tired of that thing. Alleged biological father, no. This is Marwa's father and that is Marwa's grandma. If Marwa had a problem with that, and if Marwa knows that is a lie, please come arrest me and Coher and the grandma and everyone. Take us to court. Let's go there and find out. All right, how about you do that? Okay, so Marwa, your daddy and your grandma are here. Marwa's father tells the grandma, your grandson is watching. How about you wave to him because he will be watching. This is that Marwa of Esther. Esther now is Conma. He'll be watching. So this basically is the mama who named Marwa that name Marwa, and he's he is enjoying that name because he is widely known as Marwa. I am Marwa. I am Marwa. So that really brings you back to that family. When you identify yourself and you call yourself I am Marwa, actually that is how you want people to know you. I am Marwa. Now that brings you back to that family. Even though you attach something to do with Ondari there in your in your ID, and you even gave your son Ondari as a name, bro, it's not gonna change. So you decided to let it go, like keep quiet, don't talk about this, in hope that no, people will forget about this. People will just say, okay, it's nothing. But that's it. So that is the message. The message from from Coher and the grandma tomorrow is you belong here. You cannot cut us off. You cannot graft yourself to a different bloodline. You belong here. Here is where your umbilical cord was buried. This I am the mama who named you Marwa, sense of the traveler. Okay, it's getting sweeter and even juicier. But anyway, what do we know? Coher, what would be the end game of this thing, by the way? What is going to be the end game of this thing? Money is not the driving factor. Coher has found a perfect entry point, YouTube. He wasn't allowed to see his child, couldn't work with his ex to solve the issues, which is deeply rooted culturally. All right. Now this person is trying to view it from a cultural part of it, just like I'm trying to do, because people will be asking this question: where was he all this time? Why now? Or this? Why on YouTube? Or stuff like that. Wow. At least people are trying to think from that part. Okay. What do you guys think? Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know right now in the comment section. At least, what do you, when you watch this kind of thing and how it's going, like how Coher and now the grandma is coming on the picture. It was now Coher himself calling out Mara, calling out Ondari, the machete man, calling out Esther, the ex-wife. And now the grandma is now introduced to the picture with a title that maybe it's in her ending days. And so Coher is trying to plead to his son to at least come and reach out to his grandma before she kipai, before she goes. It's really important. So maybe, yeah, he is trying so much to at least get back, maybe connect to the son so that at least he can benefit because the son is successful. He owns a villa. He's gone around the world. He's well known. Maybe by that he can become popular through his son's fame or something. I mean, you can make anything out of that story, but if you view it from that point of view, like from cultural point of view, I just try to tell you about this because I told you that I come from the same culture. I come from the same culture, same tribe, everything. So according to a culture, according to a tribe, I can say I'm trying to give him a benefit. I'm just trying to understand from his point of view that it's not about the fame of the son. It's not about the benefit of the son. At least at this moment, when now you see the grandmama here, or what do you guys think? Do you really think that the guy, Mr. Coher, was just sitting down waiting for Mara to be successful to come and help them? Is that that is something that maybe most of Maro's audience try to make it look like, okay, this guy now have seen that Maro is successful. He want just to connect back to his son so that he can help him even build a better house, build a toilet, live a good life. And, maybe the grandma here is old. She wants something, a token from the son or grandson. Now, at the same time, imagine how Maro is struggling to raise 10,000 US dollars to ship or maybe to fly his in-laws like Mr. Luz and the wife to come to Africa, give them a 5-star treatment, take them to the game parks, show them around, give them the best treatment he can. That means he appreciate, like, this is family. Now he regard them as family. All right. So if Marwa has that thing in mind that you now can, have that connection to your family, not because maybe Mr. Luz and the wife are family now. So Marwa can connect back to them, take them home. I mean, come bring them to Africa, give them a treatment. Doesn't mean he know that. So why will he not think for once that he has a family here? I mean, I will really, really respect Marwa to the last day of my life if he comes back to the village, at least before he takes Mr. Luz and Mrs. Luz from Argentina, give them a treatment, a flight to Africa, and give them that treatment. Why can't he just come and make peace with his family here that is calling him out on camera every day and crying about him? For him, he think maybe they are crying because they have seen him successful. But how about he comes, and at least if he had to treat someone, why can he come and give this mama his last days, his ending days, according to Mr. Coher, that how he wish that tomorrow will connect or reach out to this mama before her ending days. So if Maro can come at least give this mama her last flight, give this mama, his grandma, her first and last flight, maybe that could be, maybe you never have time, you never had time with this family and stuff like that. But now you know the truth, that maybe you belong to this family. Come, at least shake hands with your grandma. Tell her, hey, I belong here, and you know that. My blessings, give me that blessing of mine, and let me go live my life. See, most of you really confused when Coher is calling back Marwa to come and reconnect. A lot of people from, especially from Marwa's audience, they really consider this as now, Coher wants Marwa to come, maybe sell that villa, come and live with them there in that village, in that homestead. It's not about that. It's not about Marwa now selling, even moving from where he is, stop doing whatever he's doing around the world as a traveler, to come and live with them in that village, in Nyabohanse, around Mr. Coher's compound. That is not the case. Connecting back to his family doesn't mean now he can come back and live with them. He can just come and recognize them as their family, as now this is where I belong. Okay, now that you know that we are family, let me now go live my life. He can live in Argentina, he can live wherever he can live, but something is he can just want to connect. So at least that's how it works. But now when he say come back, come back home, do that, people are like, oh, so you wait for him to be successful so he can come and live around you here so that you can benefit. Maybe. Or maybe, yeah, because of course, if they live around here, they cannot sleep hungry while Maro is eating chicken over there and rats and rice and whatever. He can at least, buy something for his daddy and his mamas and the grandma, because he give other people treatment. I'm sure if Maro today come and make you official on camera and say, now today, let me tell you something. This man is my daddy, and I'm not really happy about how he live his life. Let's raise some money to build him a decent house. Yeah, it will happen, like so quick. But if he doesn't want to do that, he can just come and say, yeah, you're right, you're my daddy, and everything like that. But let me live my life having the knowledge that now we are family, we are cool, we good, just make peace. I think that would be it. That'd be enough. But now because that's how we're going. Drama is selling. The more Maro keeps quiet, the more Mr. Coher speaks so much and bring a lot of episodes, the more the drama develops. So that moment that maybe Maro decided to come and handle this, and I'm sure I'm just thinking, maybe they're thinking about how to handle him, maybe take him, maybe arrest him or do whatever, silence him. But that won't be a good move. If you ask me, that would never be a good move. Anyway, the last receipt before you close, and make sure you smash the like button, guys. Thank you. I will really wish to stop there. That's really huge. That's not content anymore. That is not drama anymore. That is something really huge. Okay. Now imagine that is you, okay, who you're watching. You have a son who detached from you or on whatever circumstances. It's not his fault. At this moment, I don't really blame her. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't blame her for whatever happened. It was Coher and the wife. But now that Maru is a grown man, he know what went down, and at least he is in his position to make his decisions. He can choose to connect back to this man or not. But now the man is there and even say, if he is lying, may God strike him. Oh my God. If I'm lying, may God strike me. But if you know that I'm right, for those of you who are saying that I'm lying, may God forgive you. It gets me emotional at least. But yeah, it's really emotional. But anyway, if you try to view it from just content part of it, drama, you won't get the magnitude of this. But if you just listen to it deeply and try to understand, you'll understand how deep this thing is. Anyway, I don't want to continue from there. Let me say I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for checking out. This series will continue. I'll see you in the next episode of this. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you so much. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Hit the like button before you exit. Subscribe this channel. I'll see you in the next. Bye for now. I love you all. My name is JT. This is JT Podcast. Peace.